Representative Bates, did you have a, who was it? Somebody else had a question here or comment. Thought I saw. Maybe they're scratching their head. I don't know.
Mr. Chairman, I guess somewhat in response to Representative Hendren's questions, the fact of the matter is that the bill authorizes ADFA to issue the bonds, and that I believe it's up to $2.5 million is allocated for the issuance fees, attorney's fees, and other fees. And as I understand it from my discussions with ADFA, that's something that's very customary. As I stated yesterday, that was kind of the end of the world scenario. What if everything worst case scenario, and that they anticipated that it would be less, that it would be much less than that. But the fact of the matter is, the bill is the bill. The bill is the bill, and you've heard as much as I have at this table yesterday about what they've stated. And the only thing that any of us can ever say when we go to the well is we present the bill on its own merits. And so that's what that would be my response partially to that, is that you've heard the same thing that I've heard. But at the end of the day, the bill says what the bill says. And so I think the bill on its merits deserves a favorable vote. Today, 97 of us thought it deserved a favorable vote. You've had conversations, you've indicated with, I think you said you'd had conversations with Lockheed Martin on the telephone. You've been a part of conversations that I've not been a part of. And so ultimately, all we can say as sponsors is vote on the bill on its merits. That's why we write the things up. That's why we put it in writing, is so that we don't have to go back and figure out what was intended later. We want the bill to be clear. And I think the bill is very clear at this point. And in my discussions again with ADFA, even earlier today, the bonding piece is the same as has been utilized by ADFA on any other number of bond issues. And that there were questions about the interest rate, there were questions about, well, why couldn't the state just issue the bonds? The way this has been set up for my conversations with ADFA is entirely consistent with how it's been done in the past. Representative House asked a question yesterday, and he can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Mr. Henry from ADFA had indicated that your concerns with regard to going to lenders, banks here, looking at having the bonds issued by banks or a loan in the form of a bond being issued by the banks was something that they certainly would consider. Now, they've told you and me just the same as that, but ultimately, you've got to look at the bill. And if you have an issue with the bill and on its merits, then please let us know. But I think it's, I don't think it's really that fair to ask us to make all these commitments when the bill is the bill. The bill has been highly negotiated and written up, and I believe it's a good bill. I think it's something that's going to be timely and well worth it for the state of Arkansas. I appreciate the questions. I appreciate the concern. But I think that all that Senator Pierce or myself could ever say is the bill is in black and white, and it says what it says.
Okay.